I am Wimbo77, onethingabouthistory.com. Don't get the December blues, guys. Right, I'm just fixing myself here. Yes, it's December and the new year and a new decade is fastly approaching. That's right. How do we remain positive in an ever-changing world where there is so much uncertainty? If you like this video, please remember to subscribe and click the notification bell. Yes. In fact, the whole year may have been, I don't know, quite pressurised, isn't it, with all these talks of Brexit and also a general election in December. Very interesting. Why will they have it then? How do we stand apart from the world? We can get caught up in the media and, get stuck where that's concerned. But how do we build positive bridges in order for us to grow, regardless of the climate, regardless of how the world is going? And one, know the reasons why we do things. Do we do things for ourselves or do we follow the crowd? With all these festivities and that are going on, we need to know the backgrounds as to why we get involved in things, really, isn't it? And more often than not, are they bringing us pain as opposed to joy? Because if that's the case, then, I want to be the person that's going in the opposite direction to everyone else, purely because I don't want to get sucked in and caught up in something that, is it concerning me? I'm sure I could use my time better doing other things. Also, do we listen to the whisper and get fearful? That's the whisper of the media. When we hear something about the future, do we get fearful and then not get the most out of every day? Remember, we're working with a view to achieving our goals, right? So we take one day at a time, and also know that our vision is clearly set right ahead of us. We know that our vision is right ahead of us. All right, so we can't allow these little whispers that we hear to overtake us, and then we get set back with worry. There's just no point in worrying. There's no point in stressing. There's no point in being fearful. We just have to remember the reasons, remember the purpose, and continue with it. All right, so this is another thing. So you are the one that's in control. We've spoken about this before. You're the one that is in control of your emotions. So how did the year go for you? How was your year? Did you change anything that maybe wasn't working for you? Have you changed it now as opposed to changing it later when they say the New Year's resolutions? Have you tweaked your character? And are you set and ready for 2020? Because for me, the change has to start now and not be put off. If I'm going to change anything, it's got to change now. And it's so important, because at the end of the day, with change, there's greater possibilities, all right? Also, be a leader and not a follower. So if we're leaders and not followers, that means that we've got our mindset. Now, I don't know if you're one that has been caught up with all the politics and stuff, but I know that if you're an entrepreneur or someone that's working towards your goals, then these things are not going to hold you back. You're going to get on regardless. And they always say, actually, when there's a recession, that this is a good time to invest. It's a good time to start up something new. It's a good time. It's not a negative time. See the positive that you can get out of a climate like this. We had that Black Friday, another thing that kind of takes us away from, it's really a consumerist nation or consumerist society that we live in. So instead of producing things, are we consuming things? And that can add a bit of stress and pressure on as well, isn't it? So when I say be a leader and not a follower, be a leader in a sense, set your own festivities and your own times of achievements. Why don't you make those dates your festivities, as it were, as opposed to going along with when they tell us to do something, that we do it. Yeah? So just keeping that in mind, not to, if you know the reasons behind why you're doing something, all right, and don't just do something just because everyone else is doing it. You're in control of your emotions at this time of year, regardless, no matter, it can be quite a hard time for some people. And don't forget that there is support out there. There are support groups that you can go to if you're feeling a bit low, but you're the one in control of your emotions. And because maybe we can't keep up, which we don't want to be, remember we're leaders and not followers, we're producers and not consumers, that takes the pressure off. All right, so yes, new year coming, new decade coming. What are your plans for 2020? What are your plans for 2020 to 2030? Are you building with a view, with a goal to becoming your greater and better self? If that's the case, listen, we have got so much to be looking forward to. And wow, the world is our oyster. Remember, the abundance is there. We just have to tap in, think about it, and work in line with our vision. And you will be amazed. You'll amaze yourself because, again, I say it all the time, you are great. I am great. We're all unsung heroes, right? All right, so take care, look after yourself, and I'll see you next week. Remember, I do a podcast every week. So if you like, please hit that link below, like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the other side. Take care now.